The Justice Department is suing Texas and its Republican Governor Greg Abbott over controversial barriers in the Rio Grande aimed at stopping border crossings.
Texas Congressman Joaquin Castro has described these barricades as death traps. He's now led a congressional delegation to the border so lawmakers could see them firsthand, and he joins us to discuss. Thank you so much for being with us, Congressman. I'm curious what you saw when you visited these barricades in person.
They were what we suspected. They're essentially death traps. There is a lot of razor wire that's been placed by Greg Abbott along the banks of the river, and they place it sometimes on the water so that the water rises above the razor wire and people will run into the razor wire and get caught on it. In fact, we saw articles of clothing, people's clothing that was still stuck to that razor wire. They've also put in these barrel traps that have concertina wire below them. And last week, there was a dead body that was stuck to one of those barrels. And so I know that that border security, that immigration, it's always one of the most controversial issues in American politics. And people want a secure border. They want an orderly way for people to be able to petition for asylum and immigrate to the United States. But there's a right way to treat people and a wrong way to treat people. And right now, Greg Abbott is treating these people in a barbaric, inhumane way. He's treating them like animals.
Gruesome details that you just shared with us. Ahead of your trip, you posted, and I quote, instead of fixing health care or strengthening our schools, Governor Abbott is hurting border communities for political gain. What do you mean by that?
For Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis, and before them, Donald Trump, the border became for Republicans the #1 boogeyman. They want Americans to live in fear of these asylum seekers. And unfortunately, they want to convince Americans that every single person who's presenting for asylum is a threat to them, is a potential murderer. That's the narrative that they pitch. But really, they do that because they have no real solutions for problems confronting Americans, whether it's in fixing our schools, improving our healthcare system, creating jobs, whatever it may be. The Republican Party used to be a free market, low tax party. Now it's all about hate politics and fear mongering. That's what we see with Greg Abbott.
Governor Abbott has doubled down on these border policies. What do you make of his decision to do that?
Well, I think that it's a political stunt for him, and he's trying to appeal to his primary base. He is in this behind the scenes fight with the lieutenant governor, who he's scared is going to run against him for governor in 2026. And so he's trying to appear as right-wing and Trump-like as he possibly can. Unfortunately, it's giving Texas a black eye. It's straining our relationship with our largest trading partner, Mexico, and really, it's costing people their lives.
Governor Abbott has also said that Texas will take the federal lawsuit all the way to the Supreme Court. What do you think his chances are at being successful?
I think Greg Abbott will lose. Greg Abbott doesn't have control over an international body of water, just like the governor of California doesn't have control over the Pacific Ocean. And so I think ultimately he's going to lose that lawsuit, and what he's doing is illegal.
Texas Congressman Castro, thank you so much for being here.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.